The Baki Hanma vs Kengan Ashura anime movie is now 1 month away with a new official trailer coming out, revealing the 3 main fights to expect in the film and hinting at a lot of other possible clashes we're going to see, alongside revealing a lot of the key moments in this dreamlike crossover. Everything will be revealed and explained in today's video. The most, of course, hype thing for us fans is we get confirmation in this new trailer that Jack Hanma vs Kure Ryan will be a main fight we're going to see, with us getting various things I need to talk about revealed in the trailer about that. Additionally, Saw Pang vs Hanayama seems to be a main fight, something that may be a little out of nowhere for some people, but it does make sense considering a few things I'll talk about shortly. We have hints of perhaps Julius vs Oliver, Gaia vs Mutaba, and we now have an understanding of what time frame this crossover is actually taking place in reference to the Baki universe. This is pretty much right after the Pickle arc or the most recent anime season, the Udra arc, as characters like Jack still have his injuries recovering from his Pickle clash, and other fighters like Katsumi no longer have an arm that we get to see in the trailer. So it's not current Baki stuff or anything like that. Pretty much where the anime left off is the Baki character's current state in this crossover. I'll say it again, it's nothing related to the current Baki Rahen manga. For Kengan, it's probably just the Kengan Ashura anime as well. Nothing from the current ongoing manga Kengan Omega, which if you don't know is the sequel to Kengan Ashura. So when it comes to the fight between Jack and Kure Ryan, as expected, the main setup for these two is one born with strength, Ryan, the strongest of the Kure family as claimed here, compared to Jack, who'll do anything for the sake of gaining power, obtaining the ultimate physique as claimed in the trailer here. Well, Ryan is pretty much proving something that fakes can't reach. Of course, the steroid abusers can't overcome what genetics actually relate in. Something a little interesting when it comes to the fight itself. It seems like as Jack originally pulls up on Kure Ryan, he's already bleeding, so it is a possibility that Jack got into a fight prior to this, or it's just at some other point during the fight. Apart from that, we get one other moment in the trailer that could be hinting at the outcome of the Jack vs Ryan fight. In the scene where we see Katsumi and Retsu getting ready to fight, in the background of it, we see an injured Jack bleeding everywhere approaching Baki. And then if you take this line from Jack in the trailer, there's an opponent that I must surpass talking about Ryan. So perhaps Jack is the winner of the fight and then tries taking on his brother Baki again. That is a cool possibility and could explain what's going on here. But when it comes to the fight between Jack and Ryan, we see a few moments of them clashing, and then a key moment where Jack actually bites Ryan when his removal is activated, so I can't wait to see that fully shown. Confirmation that we're going to see Ryan's removal is pretty cool, and Jack biting is of course very sick as well, so promising stuff. Still can't believe we're actually getting this crossover, and already confirmation that Jack vs Ryan is something we're getting. Apart from that, the most shocking reveal when it comes to a fight for this film is Saw Pang vs Hanayama. If you don't know, I talked about this in my previous videos talking about the crossover. The Kengan authors actually made a homage chapter, a crossover chapter between Baki and Kengan around 2 years ago. In this chapter, we see the father of Saw Pang, Pa Pang, fight a younger Doppo Orochi in a Kengan match. So this is perhaps connected to that somewhat, with Saw Pang's family being one of the families so far in the Kengan universe connected to the Kengan matches the most. So that's a possibility and reason why he could be participating in this crossover, alongside him probably being a favourite characters of the creators. Also, his fighting style compared to his opponent Hanayama is very similar. Two characters who are known just to tank all of their opponent's blows and be absolute mad lads when it comes to brawling, so I'm actually pretty excited to see this clash. Then of course the main fight of this film, Baki Hanma vs Takeda Oma. In this trailer we get to see various clashes between the two, Oma getting the advantage, Baki taking the advantage. One of the coolest clashes and little moments we got to see is it looks like Oma is in his advance here, as his arm seems to be more red now in the final clash we get in this trailer with him facing Bucky. A lot of it seems to be setting up Bucky as the champion of the underground arena, and perhaps the Kangen fighters participating in these matches in the underground. I was right about predicting that the setting would be in the Bucky underground arena rather than the Kangen one. That just makes more sense, with us getting a few moments in this trailer of Oma being excited that he gets the opportunity to fight Bucky, the one who reigns as the champion in this underground arena, something different to Kangen. When it comes to the other fights we may have got hints at in this trailer, we get a pretty much side-by-side comparison and them looking at one another between Julius and Biscuit Oliver, another predicted matchup of myself, so that's pretty cool to see. Hopefully they have some type of exchange. We have Adam and Sheba having an exchange to a degree, or a similar situation, them looking at one another. I didn't particularly expect this. Adam isn't that much of a relevant character in the whole Kangen universe, but I guess technically Sheba isn't as well, so I guess that's pretty interesting. Mutaba vs Gaia as more so the military mercenary type dudes, they got a similar exchange, which is cool. And then for the other guys, we don't really see any real exchanges. Of course, Tokugawa and Metsuda are going to be the main commentators, or ones being the old man of both universes. Yamashita we get to see in this trailer, but no Yujiro Hanma surprisingly. Likewise with Kuroki Gensai or other very popular Kangen characters like Kanare Gito, or even Waka, who seems to be getting cucked in this crossover, similar to how he's being cucked recently in the Kangen story. However, we do see the likes of Akoya, which is pretty interesting. He's pretty much the favourite character of Daro, I believe, the artist of Kangen, so he's probably going to have a little bit of a role, which is going to be interesting. We see Cosmo, Gao Lang and some of the other fighters watching, and of course talking about some stuff that's going on, but I don't believe they're going to have the opportunity to actually fight. And then some of the other Bucky characters, as mentioned earlier in the video, we have Retsu and Katsumi, who seem to be defending the whole situation going on between Bucky and Jack in the back here, so maybe they're getting challenged by some Kangen characters. We get to see Dopper Orochi, Kakukara and some of the other Bucky characters watching the fights, which if we get some interaction between them and the Kangen characters will be pretty cool. No sign of Pickle in the trailer. I very doubt we're going to get to see him at any point, but I wonder what Yujiro's role is going to be and whether or not we're going to have a fight between him and someone else. Personally, I hope we do, but it is confirmed as a film. We can't have a lot of fights. The fact that we have 3 confirmed is already quite a bit, so we'll have to wait and see what else we get in the future trailers. But it comes out on the 6th of June, so it's very close. Mark your calendars, and of course stay tuned for any future videos going over Bucky and Kangen content, as that's what I pretty much cover on this channel. But that's everything for today's video guys. Shout out to these members, the Mad Lads. But that's it guys. Peace.